What is going on, everyone? This is Niles, and this is
your boy Nico.
we are the hosts of the ChristianBois podcast. It has been a while, as you can see, but you know what? We're back from our hiatus. Hope you guys have been good. Hope you guys have stayed hydrated, ate some well food. Drop in the comments what you ate. If there's any new drinks out there that's like spicy water, clean water, let us know how that was.
Hey, my boy, I
What?
realized something. We gotta first do like a little like catchphrase so that when we get big, right? It was like one of those things sound like Supreme, you know?
I get you.
So what if we put like stay crunchy?
Stay crunchy.
Yeah.
Hashtag stay crunchy.
Hashtag stay
How do
crunchy.
you want to spell that?
So like CRONCHY.
All right, I like that. We'll throw that in the video there. So yeah, hashtag stay crunchy, guys. You know, that's our version of stay blessed. And we're gonna start off with a word of prayer from Nico.
Dear Father, Lord, I thank you, Lord, that you just given us an opportunity, Lord, to do this podcast. Lord, may it be for your glory, not our own, Lord. And may it just be within our presence, Lord. Lord, may you just bind Satan and his demons, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Anybody, Lord, who's watching this, Lord, any loved ones, Lord, who are just going through any hard times, Lord, I ask that they just submit it at the foot of the cross, Lord. May they leave it there, Lord, and just be at peace, Lord. Here in this podcast, Lord, and just in your presence. And I thank you, Lord, for all your blessings. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Lord, may the words that continue to transpire of our mouth never be from us, Lord, but be from you. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. So how's it been going, Nico? Has anything happened today that's worthwhile?
You know, my boy, I found out Miralax's catchphrase.
What is that?
So Miralax's catchphrase, their tagline, right, is free your gut and your mood will follow. Right. But I feel like, and I'm not trying to get too graphic here, right? But free your gut. Okay. So like freeing your gut means that you're like letting stuff go.
Right.
Into the throne, you know, and your mood will follow. So is the stuff that's being freed from your gut going to follow with your mood out the
kazoo?
The kazoo, you know? Not trying to get reported.
right. Demonetization. Ooh, bad stuff.
Exactly. So I just don't think that's the best catchphrase. Miralax, if you guys are watching, I know you guys are, since we've been solid supporters for quite some time now. Just throw us a bone. All right, we'll sponsor a great video and we'll make a great catchphrase for you. Just a lifetime supply of Miralax will do.
Because where you live, there's a lot of food, a lot of variety and stuff like that. There's authentic Mexican. I don't really have authentic Mexican, but I'm sure I'll be able to find a use for it. We will be able to find a use for it. We won't do any reviews or anything like that. That's a little bit too much if you're asking. But we'll definitely put it in our what?
The viscosity.
There, yeah. But we'll throw it up in the Instagram post. I'll go hike it. I'll put it on a tree. Bam, nature's Miralax, right? There'll be good stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Personal reviews. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. The other day I was at Sam's Club, and I came across this huge crate of Martinelli's, and it really surprises me of I don't know, it's kind of unknown. Martinelli's isn't really that big. It's big to us because me and Nico like it and stuff, but I think it could be bigger. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you got your beer companies out there, your wine companies, not to diss on them or anything, but Martinelli's really has a special tone for it. You know what I mean?
And I think especially for the non-alcoholics out there, right? And I'm not talking about I guess not non-alcoholics, because I feel like people who do drink can also enjoy a nice glass of Martinelli's without being alcoholics.
Right.
But what I'm talking about is it's I used to, special occasions pop out the Martinelli's, especially as I'm older now, they're $2 or $3. Right? Why spend $60, right, on a glass of wine, right, or a bottle of wine when you got a little Martinelli's bottle? Same classiness. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Definitely, I get you. And the thing is, you don't have to worry about which wine, because in the wine world, there's a lot of forms of different bottles. There's a lot of awkward looking bottles, tall, wide, fat, skinny. But Martinelli's, they have it down to a science. You want a great flavor, it's going to look the same as an apple flavor. It's really good marketing right there.
Right there.
Exactly. Right, and especially the small bottles of Martinelli's you can carry on your person, and if you're at a social event and you're it's overwhelming, just pop one out. You're not going to get wasted or anything.
You know what? Feel the vibe. That's what it is.
Exactly.
It's the joy and not the hangover.
Right, totally get that. It's just such a good taste. It's a sparkling taste, like the rosé. We during the summer, me and Nicholas actually got to meet up, and we shared a rosé, and it was quite the experience. It was beautiful. It was like the moment when you go to a party, everyone there, but you see the friend you haven't met in a long time, and you taste it. There's a good conversation going on, and then the aftertaste is like you guys just hug it out. You know what I mean? It's a spiritual journey. It really is.
Yeah, I feel like it was a catchphrase. It'd be like, helps you feel lighter,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Without falling down the stairs, because you're going to stay on the top step for a very long time after the Martinellis.
So just this disclaimer, you guys. So the helps you feel lighter was not actually something that we came up with. It's actually Metamucil, 4-in-1 multi-health fiber TV spot.
There you go. And what does that help us with again if you have to take it?
Huh?
What is it was a Metamucil?
Metamucil. Yes.
What does that help with?
I'm so glad you asked, because I totally didn't just see a little caption on the screen next to mine. I thought it add it in. Cool. Give me 1 second. Let me find out. So why don't you,
Of course. One thing that we've noticed during our hiatus is, what you find it.
So the fiber drink is intended to trap and remove waste in the digestive system for a lighter feeling overall. So not like Martinelli's, but it's getting there.
Yeah, but Miralax is still our OG. There's a lot of M's going on. We've talked about the big 3 M's: Martinelli's, the one I can't really pronounce, and then Miralax. Thank you. I wouldn't recommend mixing them together. That's a disclaimer. It's gonna be bad. But maybe just have them once a week if you have to have them. If you want to feel faster for the marathon that's coming up, take Miralax. It's gonna make you more aerodynamic from.
Oh yeah. Really, it just goes from like the whoop, solid pipe through. Just one way past. Everything's clear.
Exactly.
Air is flowing through at that point.
Yeah, and you're going to be able to run probably maybe 2% faster than the average guy or the average woman.
It depends on how much body waste was activated.
That's true. There's a healthy amount and there's a negative amount. Stick with the healthy. We don't have a bottle of Miralax with us right now, but there's definitely recommendations, like a spoonful in the water, the milk, and stir it up and all that. It's up to you though.
Yeah, or just eat those sugar-free gummy bears. You remember those from Amazon?
Oh, definitely. Amazon is such a beautiful, beautiful company. Even everyone knows about it. From the person in upstate New York to probably the little village men down in Africa or whatever. It's crazy. But the reviews are pretty hilarious. Whether it's sugar-free, whether it's giant cheese of wheels. Because recently we came across really big wheels of cheese on Amazon. How much were they again?
I think $1,000.
Yeah, 1,000. I think the biggest price was like $1,800, and that was insane right there, my dude. I mean,
it's worth it. Dude.
Yeah, and if you guys are a really big fan of cheese, I'll drop the link in the description about that cheese wheel, because tribal men will come to your house carrying this, and it's gonna be a breathtaking experience. That's what one of the reviews said, anyway. So,
right on. Yeah, and I think I just think overall, people flex in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, someone drops $1,500 on Gucci brands, or the Supreme, right? I think I saw one a $200 shirt at a thrift store, right? It was a Supreme shirt, $200, right? You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, right? That's like a 1/9 of the price of a cheese wheel, right? You really want to flex on someone, right? You know what? Get one of those Martinelli, right, bags. Look at those Martinelli bags, right? That's $60. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It's $60 for that, over how much for their jackets, right? But no one wants to flex in that way. And I feel like you really need to support those kind of businesses.
I think it's definitely it's definitely the Christian swagger, if you will, if I can use that. And I think I'm not saying, use your finances in that sense, but if you really have a reason to show up to someone at church and be like, in a good, clean manner, get a Martinelli's bag, go up to the church potluck and set that down, pull out your casserole, and let them admire the Martinelli's bag. I don't know if Martinelli's is a Christian organization. It'd be cool if they were. I think it's somebody that could be, because they're wholesome, they're humble, but it'd be a really good way for all the Karens out there, after Sunday service to walk away with a Martinelli's bag, and it'd be beautiful.
And let me tell you right now, men out there, right? would you rather impress a girl with a half-naked shirt, right? With a girl of a half-naked girl on your shirt, right? Saying like Supreme, right? Or would you rather have like a Martinelli's bottle in your hand, right? Or a big wheel of cheese? I don't care if that girl's lactose intolerant. She'd be crazy if she wasn't trying to get some of that wheel. All right, it's really what it is, you know. And you better love her, gas or not, you know.
Exactly. It's going to be a true testament of what is it? Well, phase 2. But what's the word for it? What's the word? It's rare to find in people these days. Commitment and all that, right? And you know, the classical date Martinelli bottle with a cheese basket, maybe in the hills or you know whatever. But it's really time to up the game with a big cheese wheel, bigger cheese, you know, and stuff. That way you can take it home for the family. You know, drop her off, walk in the house with the permission, set it down on the counter. Yeah. What?
Man, you just came in right during the podcast.
Special guest appearance, man. Special guest appearance. No, it's okay.
Brother. Man. All 60,000 of your viewers.
You know, Rhett and Link, like they don't go through this.
They don't.
Right? Like PewDiePie? Does PewDiePie's brother come in and be like, hey, bro, geladas? No. I'm sorry for all my Hispanic viewers out there. That might have been a little racist.
Does PewDiePie even have a brother?
That's the thing. We would never know because he doesn't come in uninterrupted.
That's true. That's true.
Let me tell you, right? So a while back, you guys, if you guys have been following us for quite some time, you would know that Niles and I, we or Sexy Albino, we recently purchased, not recently, a year ago, alpaca ponchos, right? And they were a good investment. They were about $60, right? But I'm thinking we like extravagant things, and we can't always get those, right? So we needed to, you know, even it out. But let me tell you, my boy, right? Maybe the viewers here will get a sneak little peek, right? They are selling sardine cans, a 4-pack from Portugal for $26.
From Portugal.
$26. But let me tell you, right, the process that goes into it.
Okay, go ahead.
Almost all handcrafted, right? So they chop off the head of the sardine, right? They de-gut it like Miralax, right? Out the bottom, okay? And then they wash it, they do the brining or whatever, right? It's all hand done, right? And I think there's like 2 steps, it's not hand done. But then they come over and they get the vegetables, and they're chopping up the vegetables by hand. And they're placing, you know, custom amounts in each can. And so by the end of it, this lady was doing a review of 4-year-old sardine can, right? It was preserved so nicely, she thought her grandma made it.
That's insane.
Right? Like it was a comparison to her grandma making the sardines and the tomato sauce. They make their own tomato sauce, dude.
So everything, it's pretty much, you're right.
It's
so
a
it's
home meal.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Like,
$26.
I want, you know, how long has a business? Do you know the name of the business?
I could look it up. Give me a second.
Yeah, why don't you look that up? I'm going to mention something real quick. You know, during our hiatus and stuff, you know, we really got heavily invested in the hair products. And obviously you can see Nicholas's, you know, hair, or, you know, Senior, his hair's big. My hair, it's getting there. You know, so really inspire you guys to get big hair, you know, and if you can't get big hair, get a, I don't know. If you can't get big hair, get a big soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, become more wholesome. But if you can grow the hair out more, you're gonna be more wholesome with the hair and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's good inspiration.
Yeah. Especially with the hair, you know, I'm not gonna. Oh my gosh, yes.
Did you find it?
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this.
No, take your time. Take your time.
Gosh. Okay. Man, I love good food. Yeah, you know, I had my hair up, and I was I work at a school, and this little girl, like this first grade, wow, you have really nice hair. And I tell you right now, right, it was like some grown woman, right? My significant other could come over and be like, you have nice hair. Yeah, whatever. All right, I'm sorry. But when a first grader comes over, one of the most honest people you're ever going to meet, right, comes over and says, you have nice hair, it's nice hair.
Honestly. Now, did she have long hair too, or was it average, or what?
Huh?
What was her hair? Was her hair big as well? Was it average for what?
I would like to think it was pretty big. I would like to think that it was regular, so it was decent, right, for girls' hair. Obviously, I wasn't staring for. All right. So the brand is called Nutty. Nutty, right?
Okay.
Think of it like a Portugal saying. Nutty, right? It's sardines in tomato sauce. And let me tell you guys, all right, I got to get rid of some of these tabs, not because it's scandalous, but because I don't want y'all to live. Give me 1 sec. All right. The people watching this are probably people that we know professionally. So
Professionally, yes. Like our agents, we have 2 agents per person that works on the set. There's only 2 people that work on the set.
All right. Let me tell you right now. All right. So, oh, that is not it. All right. So if you guys look right here, right, it's the Nuri Portuguese sardines in tomato sauce. This is handcrafted tomato sauce that's being put into this.
Okay.
All right. And look at that. You don't find quality sardines like that anywhere.
That's amazing, honestly.
Right? And look at the ingredients they use.
Oh, wow.
So just imagine a bunch of Portugal women, right? And they're putting it into that little thing right there. Those little containers.
What are some of the reviews?
Let's look at some of the reviews, shall we? So Bernadette Cat in the United States says, I saw a video of the Nuri factory in Portugal and I had to try their sardines. They are the freshest and tastiest sardines I've ever eaten. Their flavor is outstanding and the quality is A1. I'm going to order more to keep these in my pantry so I never run low.
Oh.
Bernadette is loaded, okay? Because that is like $13. Who knew this is what sardines should taste like? Great product, wonderful flavor. Who knew sardines could taste so good? Michael H. And we do like to look at the disappointing reviews, but then also the good reviews, right? My first negative review. That's a lie, Michael. All right, these things were not good. The sardines themselves were very dry. I mean dry. They almost tasted tuna packed and water dry with no flavor whatsoever. The tomato sauce was the most disappointing as it had no flavor as well. They threw the other can away and will not be ordering anymore. Michael, you have no taste. So Ken from the United States said, Pop said good and big. Wow. So sent these to my Korean War veteran father-in-law, right, who needs a pocket knife, right, or a good pack on the back from old Poppy there, right? And he likes them very much. He prefers tomato or mustard packed versus the Evo. I don't know what the Evo is. He said they are much bigger than what he used to, and there are too many to eat at one time. So he is enjoying them very much. Great job, Pops and Ken. So with that being said, you guys, right? Hopefully we're going to post this video before we buy them or after we buy them so that they're not going to run out of stock. But I think that's a great find.
Definitely. You know, it's almost amazing the entrepreneur spirit you see across like Amazon or like locally speaking that go internationally wide. And I was telling Nick, I was telling my boy over here the other day, there's these 2 guys, college kids, who came up with this business. They sold the business later on, but this is all for jokes and giggles, and it was called Dirt by Mail. You know, this just goes to show really huge inspiration. I'll try to find the article. I'll throw it in there in the description if you want a good read. But they pretty much came up with a system where they went to Lowe's, got a mulch bag, then they had this contact into the country with coin bags. And you know the phrase dirt bag or dirt bag. Well, just for little funny humor, they came up with a business where you can send someone a bag of dirt with a little card in there saying you're a dirt bag. And this took off. Like they gave out free samples on the university, and people were like, that's a really funny joke for people who like that kind of humor. And it didn't really take off overnight, but they reached out on Instagram. They had ad campaign going on, and it was a successful small side business. And of course, other people started to copy their idea. And when other people copy your idea, something was right. Mm-hmm. And long story short, they sold their business to someone else for like $3,000 because they had other things going on. But it just really goes to show you, if you have an entrepreneur spirit, if you have an idea that might sound silly or might be something that can be really beneficial, like the sardine, go for it. It's an amazing thing.
I think it just goes back to tradition, the whole sardine in a can, right? Oftentimes I was telling someone, right, America, right? We like to think of us as so great and so diverse, right? But at the same time, we dilute everything, right? You understand that? All right, sardines, right? Boom, right? Tuna in a can, okay? Right? Chinese food, boom, Panda Express, right? Mexican food, boom, Taco Bell, right? We don't have authenticity here, right? You go to other countries, right? Like they're diversifying, right? Like they specialize in something sometimes, though, like France. What do you know from France? Escargot, baguettes, right? You don't think of Chinese food when you come to France. But I feel like in America, right, we come here and what do we specialize in? We don't specialize in technically anything, so.
Though, however, I think if you want to look for good, let's see, homegrown vibe, it really depends on the families, and like take mom and pop shops, for example. Those are really rare, really special in a lot of people's hearts because there's a lot of rarity items there. But when it comes to food portion, if you want to look for diversity in foods or you're having our own thing, look at the families that you know of, whether you're invited over for Friday dinner or, Sunday brunch or whatever kind of thing. And they're not going to go out there and market their own restaurant or anything, or their own foods, but really the diversity of foods come from, the American family per se. Whether it's like they've been in America for a long time or they're, say from an immigrant family, that's going to be their own little special thing for a while. That's just one way you could look at it, like what does your family do, and this is for the viewers out there, like what do they do for their own authenticity of the food, and stuff. But I get what you're saying, like when it comes to the Mexican culture here, the Chinese culture, we really capitalize on those items because we know people are going to want it and they're going to go out of their way to get it, which is a very interesting market when you look at it, and stuff. But I get what you're saying though.
Talking about on the topic of diversification, right? Man, let me ask you, what is it? And this might be a little controversial, right? So my apologies. My boy Niles, he doesn't know what I'm about to say right now. But what is it with Christians nowadays? I'm sorry, right? And I hate it because I'm a Christian, right? And I hate bashing Christians. But I feel like as Christians, we need to wake up, right? And we need to be more secure in our faith and who we are, right? I was talking to someone who was Jewish, right? You don't hear many Jewish people nowadays, right? At least not while I'm around. And I was talking to her and I was talking about, Christianity, and I was talking about all the, just different type of religions. What happened to a civil discussion?
Right.
I feel like a lot of the times in the Christian culture, what we're told is be a Christian, right? Don't talk to anyone else but a Christian, right? Because you might sway your faith, right? You might come over and say, hey, you know what? Hinduism sounds pretty good, right? Or Buddhism sounds pretty good. Or I might be Jewish now, right? We're not confident in our faith and who we are. And so what we tell each other is, right, so we don't get lured into anything, right? We're not going to talk to anyone who's Jewish or talk to anyone who's Buddhist, right? Right? And that's the exact opposite of what God was telling us, right? Go over to the Buddhist, go over to the Jewish, right? Go over to, the Muslim, right? And talk to them about your faith, right? But be willing to hear their message as well, right? You don't have to accept it, right? You don't have to believe in it, right? But have that discussion, right? Validating what they feel, right? But also holding true to what you believe in. If you're a Christian, why do you feel afraid to talk to someone of a different belief?
Right, I get you. There's this girl one time, a little older woman who was a Wiccan, a witch, more or less a modern day witch, and she was going through a hard time for whatever reason, And I asked her, can I pray for you, and stuff like that, and she wanted to bust out her tarot cards and this and this and that, and I'm like, can we talk about it first? Because I don't know, I wasn't familiar with them at the time or anything of that nature, and it's a rare moment in today's world where you're able to do something like that and actually sit down. And I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure every believer at one point has had this as this moment in their walk of faith where they just don't want anything to do with other religions or, other cultures per se that are like extreme in their beliefs, well, really, like what Jesus would want us to do is to sit there and listen to them, and if they're willing, if we're showing them that we're willing to listen, then hopefully they can return that in turn and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And long story short, I was able to pray with this woman and stuff like that, after having a conversation about, this is why I'm a believer, this is why I choose to believe in Jesus, this is my story, and stuff. And the only reason why she kind of brought up the tarot card situation is because in the idea of control, you know, in a sense, because that's how she felt comfortable with that, you know, because she can see that kind of stuff and all. And it really goes to discussion with faith, you know, and stuff. And you got to give props, you know, to the people who have come before us, right, who really have stuck to their faith, you know, whether it's our elders in church or elders in the family, you know, that have, you know, gotten through times we haven't even gone through yet or anything like that, you know. But going back to the initial conversation thing, and it's true, you know, I get you're saying, because I think it's a rare thing to see American Christians really be able to sit down, you know, and listen to either a Muslim or, you know, to listen to someone of another faith and all, because our media has really played a big role in that, you know, essentially, because, you know, there's this huge stereotype of every culture now, you know, even us Christians, you know. Is there a fly there? Did you get it?
No.
That's why you need the bug assault weapon. We'll pull that out later. Nico will talk about his experience with it. But Nico, do you have anything else to add on the discussion of faith?
Yeah, and that's the thing, you guys, right? I think in the discussion of faith or about the LGBTQ plus community, right, or anything that we're not comfortable with, be strong in who you are, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, right? I have a friend in one of my Bible studies, and he struggles with that, right? And I told him, dude, I was like, it's because you're homophobic. That's what it is, right? You're homophobic. You're scared of the LGBTQ plus community, right? And I told him, right, do you know your identity? Do you know who you are, right? Are you straight, right? And he looked at me, he laughed. He's like, what? I was like, are you straight? And he was like, yeah. I was like, are you straight? He's like, yeah, right? And he said, so don't be afraid that you're going to catch gayness. I'm sorry. That's really what people feel like, right? Like, I'm going to catch something. That's not how it works, buddy. I'm sorry, right? And that person that you're so afraid of, right, needs Christ.
That's interesting. That's a very good argument right there. I've never heard it before like that.
Right. And I'm not throwing hate to any community, right? I'm not throwing hate to, I'm not trying to throw shade at the Christians, right? But what I'm saying is, you guys, right, because you're afraid of them, because you're afraid of catching something, right, those people aren't able to hear Christ, right? The true message of Christ. They're going to hear Christ, but they're going to hear the worldly version, right? That God hates you, right? That God doesn't want anything to do with you, right? Because in turn, instead of, letting our emotions go, right, we're turning those emotions of fear into hate, right? I fear you, though, thus I hate you, so I can disguise my emotions, right? But let me tell you, if the LGBTQ plus community came over, right, and felt that they were comfortable enough, right, where we were willing to pray for them, really talk to them about Christ, I promise you there'd be a difference, right? Don't condone their actions, but still show them love and common decency and respect, right? Anybody would want.
Definitely.
So
I like that. No, but if you guys have any other questions, or just want to return input, go ahead, put in the comments. That's fine. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since we've been on the air and stuff like that. But don't feel afraid to reach out to us on our Instagram page or don't have a Facebook, but email, YouTube comments, or Instagram page. We'll have a conversation with you or just answer a question for you or anything like that. But go ahead, tell us about we're going to change subjects here for a little bit. We're going to shift to bug assault. So tell us about that weapon you got there, my sir.
So this weapon right here is one of the greatest inventions that were ever made. So it is a bug gun, right? Bug assault, right? An assault gun. So it comes over, right? And you fill this little patch right here, right? With salt, right? This little tube right here with salt, right? You hit this little thing. One sec. Okay. You hit this little thing, right? This little safety right here for the little kiddos out there, right? Cock it. Move it back, right? Feel like a man for a second. Yeah, for all us Californians out there, can't hold a gun, right? Hit that safety switch, right? Bam! Done! That fly is gone, right? And if he's not gone, 60 shots. You know what I'm
60 shots?
60 shots. Whoop, bam!
Oh, baby. How many flies have you hunted with that? That's a big fly right there.
Come here, fly. All right. Anywho.
Pretty intense stuff right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, he got it. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna retaliate?
All right. So what I'm saying is, you guys, you should buy it. Right. It is a steep price. It is about $50 for this gun, about $50 to $60, but it's worth it. All right. And with that being said, actually, you can go over and once this thing stops working, this is my second gun. All right. Once it stops working, because it's going to stop working, because, you know, that's how people make objects nowadays, right? Just return it. Return it. Buy a new one. Boom.
What industry do you think would not benefit at all from pulling an Apple?
From what?
So, you know, Apple was found out. They admitted that their iPods were designed to break after a while and their iPhones and all of that. So pulling an Apple, like the gun there, what industry do you think wouldn't benefit at all if they acted like Apple?
If they acted like Apple?
Where they designed their products to fail over a certain number of years.
You gotta rephrase your question.
So let's just say you take, like, do you think, let's just say, I don't know, say Toyota, for example, one of the greatest car companies in the world, because their cars are just, you know, always running. What if they turned around and decided to make a model? Like, let's just say we call it the Toyota, I don't know, Toyota box, right? It's an electric car, but it's the shape of a box. It's very squared. How long do you think that model would be around? And they disguised it pretty well, but they designed the car to fail over time. So people would have to keep coming.
Ford.
Oh, like Ford. I'm sure. But see, Ford is still around, though. You know, they're making billions and all that jazz.
Oh, this is part two, my boy. This is part two. All right. I can go on about Ford. Yeah.
Have you
John
had
Deere? I can go on about John Deere.
Tell us about John Deere. I've never heard of experience from you with John Deere.
So the thing about John Deere is, and I feel like a lot of people don't agree with me on this, John Deere, just like Ford, the only reason why they're truly still as popular as they are right now is because of the name, right? They tie it to America, right? When you think of a John Deere, you think America, right? When you think of a Ford, you think of a cowboy driving his truck, right? And so if you're not a true American, you're not driving a Ford, right? And that's why if you see like in South Dakota, right, or you see in other parts of the country, right, in the backwoods, right, they got Fords and they got John Deeres, right? Because that's the staple of America, along with hot dogs and hamburgers. I'm sorry, and ballpark games. And so it's not that the product is necessarily that good. They're decent, right? Or else they wouldn't be around. They'd be like Pontiac, right? They're decent, but they're not amazing, right? They're not like what they used to be, and they're cheapening. That's what it is, right? They're lessening their product.
So your family on your mom's side, right, has a farm, right? Or is it a ranch?
A farm.
What because I'm in South Dakota, as most of you know, and I now think about it, like we have a lot of farmland. If you go more east, it's rare when I see John Deere out there. Like I've never sat and I've actually seen a lot. Yeah, I don't know, it's rare. Maybe it's because I'm too used to it. But on your family farm, do they have John Deere? Or what do they have? Just curious.
We didn't have John Deeres. We had like, I don't know, some Asian brands.
Does it start with a K? Like as a, I'm trying to think here.
Like Kawasaki.
Yeah, something like that. Like it's blue and yellow, isn't it?
Maybe. I thought it was more blue.
I don't know. Well, it's kind of a paradox, you know, that you think about it, right? Because like where I've grown up, you just become used to seeing that stuff once in a while. And I'm sure when I go out to California, I'll be surprised when I see, you know, John Deere stuff and, you know, all that kind of stuff out there, right? But, you know, it'd be interesting, really interesting to think about that.
And the thing is, I'm not saying that they're terrible products, but you shouldn't be paying top dollar for it just because of its history.
True.
It just doesn't make sense, you know? But yeah, that's my take on that.
Well, however, you know, you know, it's kind of weird. Like when it comes to the stock market, you know, Ford stock, it's crazy. It's crazy right now, isn't it? It's crazy right now. However, Target stock, that's pretty good. That's good stuff. It fluctuates a lot. But Ford has never been able to get up there, which is really interesting.
Ford?
Yeah, like it's always been like at 5.
Oh, Ford's booming right now.
Is it really?
So pandemic, I follow stocks for a little bit. All right, pandemic, it was about $5.
Okay.
Right now, I think it's going like $14 right now.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So the thing that a lot of people don't understand, right, is that if you would have invested in stocks during the pandemic, right, in certain stocks, you'd been a millionaire by now. And that's the crazy part, right? Like I'm seeing like some of the ones that were like $2 or $3 there. Neo, right? Neo, I had 50 stocks in Neo, right? And I bought them for like $4. I sold for like $4.65, right? Neo is going for like 30 something dollars right now.
What is Neo now for the people that don't know?
So Neo is like a car company in China.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so they just took off. They just blew up. So that was crazy. But yeah, so the stock market is actually doing really well. Today sucked. So I don't know if you guys know what today is, but I'm not going to say it because, but today sucked. So I was up about almost $1,000, right? Over this past week. And now I'm down $300. I lost $300 in one day.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
It's interesting. Now, do you know anyone personally that has made a lot of stuff happen with the stock market because they've been watchful, they've been careful with watching things, and
no one like Millionaire, you know what I'm saying? But there was a person, I watched this article and it said, what was it? In 2007, I think this guy put in like $27 into Bitcoin, right? When it just started coming out, right? Pennies of the dollar, right? Maybe less than pennies, right? Put in $27, right? And then it was cryptocurrency, forgot about it. Came back like 6 years later, right? 6 or 7 years later. Guess how much that was?
Was it $500,000 or more?
More.
I'm gonna just say 27 million.
$850,000.
Amazing.
Right? $27. He now owns an apartment, right? And has money left over. Like he spent a fifth of that and bought an apartment.
Amazing right there. Now, when it comes to cryptocurrency, and I don't pay attention that much to it, but how long do you think it's going to be around? Like, I mean, do you know anyone in the family who uses it, or like outside of the family, or?
That's the thing. Everyone's saying it's going to go down, right? Yeah. And eventually it will plummet. But I'm telling you, right? It was like, I remember when Bitcoin was about $500.
Yeah.
Right? It's $67,000 right now.
So that's insane, isn't it? It's crazy.
So think about that, right, dude? If you would have put in maybe like $5,000 into Bitcoin around when it was $500, you've been a millionaire.
And that's exactly what happened when there was a boom. Remember the boom of Bitcoin and stuff like that? All these millionaires start popping up everywhere and all that jazz. And like people like Lamborghini, some other places were like, we're accepting currency from Bitcoin. It was absolutely insane to watch and read about. That so many people were achieved so many achievable things because they waited. It just really goes to show you how awesome that can be. But also at the same time, it's a waiting game. You don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes it can be stress inducing, lose your sleep over it and all that too.
Sometimes it could just be dumb. Like right. I put in $10 into Doge, right? First came out. Yeah. $10 into Doge, right? I was freaked out about my $10. I was like, oh my gosh, because it started plummeting, right? And I was like, I don't know, right? I don't know what I'm going to do. I sold it. Sold it for $9 and I think like 99 cents or something. Right? I lost money on it. I lost or maybe gained like a penny or something. If I would have kept it in there and sold it at its peak, which is like 60 cents, I would have made like $1,000.
Oh man.
$10 and I end up losing a penny. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work? Like some people weren't meant to be rich.
Right. Elon Musk over here, he controls that with his tweets, which is remarkable. I had a buddy of mine. We were at a food shop one time and we were watching it on the Robinhood app, and he tweeted something and we watched it just go up. It was crazy, man. And then it stopped. Like, I don't remember what it stopped at, but then it just kind of evened out, and he almost does that for fun. That guy's absolutely a mad lad right there.
It's janky. Right, I'm sorry, janky, you guys. GameStop.
Oh my gosh.
GameStop is the most sorry excuse, unless you guys want to sponsor us, right? The most sorry excuse for a store I've ever seen. Right? You got a bunch of like people who are still living in their mom's basement. I'm sorry, you guys, right? If you live at GameStop, I don't mean you guys. I mean the other people, right? But they're just like there, right? Talking to each other. It's like a little guys hangout with the cute employee, right? The cute girl employee, right? And they're just talking. stocks are low, right? Like the video game stock is low, right? Like you're not even finding any good quality games, right? Everything's on sale, right? It looks like they're about to go out of business, and their stocks are worth $100.
Yeah.
They were worth like $5 like a year and a half ago, and now they're $100, and they look like a little mom and pop shop. You know what I'm saying?
That's the beauty of America, though, pal. If you can find a way to make things happen, make it happen. You know.
And it was all because of a Reddit tweet,
right?
Right? People wanted to punk the big shot millionaires, right? And now it's still there. Why is it still up? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. We're still buying GameStop stops, and you need to stop. Okay? You see like Elon Musk, right? And he's coming up he's like, "Hey, Jeff Bezos, you want to buy more GameStop stocks?"
I know you and I hate each other, but come on.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, throw in your allowance from your kid, you know?
Oh, man.
A1386 pound key, right?
It's such a wild world in that perspective. It's absolutely insane to think about. But, you know, the question becomes, like, there's still shops out there. Like, it's sure to think about, honestly. Like, imagine if this happened to Blockbuster before they went out of business. Can you imagine that?
Blockbuster, the new Netflix.
Honestly.
Blockbuster and never mind.
Oh my.
Yeah. It's crazy how much power and influence we have in the market. And then we watched that TikTok I showed you, right? Right? It was like our society, and the thing is, like the older generation think we're stupid.
Right.
They think we're like the dumbest people, and sometimes we are.
Yeah.
Right? I saw this TikTok of this guy who does voice impressions, right, on TikTok. And he's a super like this animated guy. And he's talking about Caillou and Rosie, right? He's doing Caillou and Rosie impressions, right? Like Caillou's got the mini wheats, Caillou's got the right, like what the fudge, you know? And then we're coming over and then they're seeing that side, and they're not seeing you can push GameStop stock, right? Like it's nothing. Right? Like, why don't we use that potential, okay, Caillou, okay, and make a difference in the world so that people stop thinking we're snowflakes? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I get you. It's such a weird generation, you know, and I mean, I don't know, it's almost like, it's like the procrastinator that knows he can do it. He'll do it when he really wants to, then never do it again. You know, people like, you just did something, you do it again. No, I'll wait. I'll wait again. I'll do other small stuff. You know, it's wild to think that.
And we could advance so much in our society if those people would stop dancing in the kitchen, right? And doing those TikTok trends. I'm sorry, right? And actually do something, you know? Stop collecting those unemployment checks, right? That you have like 50 billion of, and you don't plan on working anytime soon. I'm sorry. Right? For the people out there who are really trying to work, I feel you, because that was me, right? And those unemployment checks were super helpful. But I'm telling you about the people like next to my church, right? And they own a little salon business, right? Salon business who smokes weed on the weekends, okay? Because our church is packed with that smell. Right? What's you guys, okay? And they're coming over, and I kid you not, dude, like the stacks of EDD checks, right? Stacks of them. Right? How do you have 50 employees in a little cubicle of an office, right? And you're collecting like $40,000 a month.
It's almost like it's legal money laundering, you know?
But you don't get it. You're not paying it back.
No. And see, like, I like how there's discussion. I'm hoping there's just continued discussion. Like, the fourth stimulus check, I mean, it's a sketchy road. It's a sketchy road going down there. And I'm glad there's just discussion. Like, in long-term short, let's not do it. Let's stop right there. Let's stop with the third one. Let's not do it again. I mean, sure, it could benefit people. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, how long can you keep doing it before something drastic happens?
My thing is, right, and you say that, and I say that, right, because we're working.
Right, I suppose.
We're actually working. We're actually doing something, right? Dude, I'm kid you not. If I wasn't working, right, I'd be collecting those EDD checks, right? I'd be making more than I'm making right now. You know what I'm saying? But there's work ethic involved.
Yeah.
People are hiring left and right, but no one wants it. And let me tell you, if we're talking about debt, right, we're never going to be out of debt. our country is never going to be out of debt. We're like 20-something trillion in debt. Do you think that some president's going to make that change? Like, hey, you guys, you know what? Boom, debt is gone. No, they're going to say, hey, you guys, you think 26 trillion is hard? How about another 20 trillion?
Right.
Right? And, but the thing is, like, we're not the only country in debt.
No.
Like, China's in debt.
Their economic situation is scary.
And so the thing is, right, but my thing is, I used to think like China could just come over, right, with this big old stick and be like, hey, United States, time to pay up. But China has like Russia, right, coming over saying, no, you got to pay up.
Yep.
It's just this whole cycle effect, right? And then eventually someone's going to nuke someone, okay? And then the economic system's going to flatline because no one's going to have anything except like Jeff Bezos in his little bunker downstairs, right? That no one's going to be talking about, all right?
So that's why Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. It makes a lot of sense.
Exactly, right? That's his new bank, right? The bank of Bezos, right? And I hate the people, right? Like Jeff Bezos or Mark. All right, who was it? Bill Gates and who's the robot guy? Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
What was his name? Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg. They came over and they were at a college, right? And they were just having a video and they were in normal clothes, right? Like normal street clothes. And they were saying like, hey, you guys, we're just like you, right? We don't need, dude, you're not like us. You don't work.
Honestly, you just sit
if
there.
there was a nuke to happen and it was to explode our country, you'd be fine. Like you don't do tell us, hey, we're in this together, right? But my yacht is bigger than your house, right? Like, hey, you know what? The children are starving in Africa. I'm gonna go help them, right? But it's not gonna come off of me, right? Like it's nothing to do with me. My pocket change could fill, right? Could fix hunger, right? Poverty in the world, but it's not my fault.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know, going back on Mark Zuckerberg and all that, it's almost interesting how I want to find some way to compare it. Obviously.
Yes.
Anyway, when Wesley, when he invested in the Toyota and all that. Oh no, he never did all that, But what's your take on Mark Zuckerberg changing the name of Facebook to Meta after his Congress incident?
That's who took it over. I was looking at my Instagram and it says by Meta, and I was like, I thought it was by no. Ooh, okay. See, that's sketchy. All right, that's like coming over and saying, who was it? What scandal was there? Right? It just was like coming over like something terrible happens. Hey, no. I'm Meta now.
Right, exactly.
It's like a prisoner, right? Goes into prison, right? Changes his name. Hey, I'm not so and so, right? My new name is this, right? Like that's not the same. No, I'm sorry. You're still stealing identities, right? You're still, you're just as worse as Alexa and Siri or whatever, right? It's a scam.
It's really interesting. It's a fascinating time to watch that stuff and see how far it can go before something really big happens. I mean, there's always something big happening, we just don't know what it is yet. But it's a giant rabbit hole, it really is.
But then the other thing, right, that I find that funny, and it's both from like I think a lot of heavy extremists. I'm not going to say which side, right? But a lot of extremists, they come over and they say, oh, Alexa's going to steal my identity, right? Or they're going to know where I live, right? Dude, I'm sorry. They know where you live.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. They know your social security number, right? The government knows they already know. They gave you your social security number, right? Of course they know your social security number.
They already got you.
Well, it's like Snapchat, right? Yeah. I disabled the Snap Maps on there because I can literally scroll over to someone so close to their house. I know if they're taking a crap or not. Like I know what side of the house they're on, right? And you're going to tell me about identity, privacy, right? No, you lost that a long time ago. I'm sorry, right? And it's like you come over and the whole like Siri, right? Oh, I don't use Siri because Siri could track, right? You use the phone, don't you? Right? It's stupid.
It's a giant game. It really is, with multiple sides, and that's what makes it, I don't know, scary, interesting, all at the same time.
Nice. Recently or
Did you say son?
No, I got this at Eco Thrift.
Oh, there you go. Is it comfortable?
It's quite. The thing is, I think it's fake leather. I'm pretty sure it's fake. Where are you going? See, this doesn't happen to PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, if someday you ever come across this at 3 a.m, let us know if you have a brother. We're curious. If you have a brother,
Hello. Give us
what?
a shout out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like in your little Twitch stream or whatever you guys. I don't even know. Is he still active? Yeah, he's still active. Probably. I don't know.
Exactly. I knew what you were gonna do. Let me show him. I knew it. Let me show him. Hey, you're gonna break my jacket.
Here, go. You know what you've done. Stop it. Stop it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there has with Mark Zuckerberg and Alien and all that. Pretty crazy guy, if you ask me. This is totally good brothership right here. No need to alert authorities. This isn't a YouTube scandal or anything like that. Just some crazy stuff happening. This is law. This is raw live footage. This is how we like it on the Christian Boys. He's gonna freaking shoot him.
Leave what?
And he just shot him right there. And if someone wants to edit this, be careful.
No.
No.
Great stuff. I love it. Oh wow, I love it. It's good. It looks bombing, man. Heck yeah.
Thank you.
A little jealous, if you ask me.
Like heavy duty leather and
So is that authentic?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's okay. It's all right. As long as
my X-ray chant gave it to me, so
as long as it looks good, that's all that matters.
right. It's got like we call it a dickhead Asian hoodie. Because us Asians got the big old noggins and stuff.
Worse, especially when they grow the hair. You ever gonna grow your hair out, Wesley?
No.
Why not? Has he ever grown his hair out?
Next on the podcast, I'll show you guys.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh.
What happened? Is the jacket saved or is the cross saved?
It's good. It's good. It was my turtle.
Oh, turtles.
My grandma and I had matching ones.
Heck yeah, that's always good. It's always good. Let's see. So the holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming up. Are you a fan of apple cider?
Yes.
Do you guys make apple cider?
Yes.
Is there a special way you guys make it?
We use apple juice.
Oh, fancy, classic. That's all right. That's right.
What do you use? You said fancy.
When it comes to the fancy
Orange
spectrum,
juice?
what?
I said, do you use orange juice?
We do. We do.
I do too. We add apple juice and orange juice.
Now, I know you're lactose intolerant, but do you like eggnog? Why not? I gotta say, guys, let me speak for a second. Eggnog, it's a beautiful thing. If you take eggnog and Coca-Cola and mix it with each other, it's amazing. It kills the eggnog flavor, but it enhances the Coca-Cola. Try it sometime. I'm serious. It's a beautiful thing.
Eggnog alcoholic?
No. Coca-Cola is not alcoholic. You know this.
Eggnog.
Eggnog. We don't make our own eggnog. We buy it from the store, man. Buy it.
Eggnog is alcoholic.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Come on. I'm gonna look this up.
You little drunk.
I don't think it is, man.
Why? That's why you get tipsy during Christmas. Yeah.
Stay tuned, everyone.
So you have alcohol-free versions, but then they have the alcoholic beverage.
Well, yeah, with the rum and all that, but I've never made it with the rum.
Alcohol cures the raw eggs.
So are they saying, well, do they put that on the label though?
I don't know. I don't drink eggnog.
Does Wesley drink eggnog?
No.
Does it?
Asian, bro.
Oh my gosh, just because
It is. You talk to any Asian, no Asian drinks eggnog.
Gotta find someone. Gotta find someone that does. That is Asian. If you're Asian and you drink eggnog, let us know. Drop us a DM on the Instagram. Let us know in the YouTube comments. Drop us an email at ChristianBois. Who are you calling?
My Asian cousin,
Which one?
Faith.
Okay, she's okay. Cool.
Hey, Faith. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing good. We're doing a quick podcast, and we thought we'd just ask you a quick question. Is that okay? Okay. Do you drink eggnog? I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Say that. So, Faith, do you drink eggnog?
No,
No. Does anyone in your family drink eggnog?
I don't think so. I don't think we ever. I don't think like my dad has probably tried it, but us three probably have never tried it.
Exactly, right? And I feel like just within the Asian community, we don't really drink eggnog. Like at the family events, we never drink eggnog.
No, I don't think so.
Thank you. Thank you so much. How's college going? Yeah, right on. Well, hopefully, I think we're having Thanksgiving together, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, all right, have fun. All right, bye.
In other news, black olives are an amazing delicacy of both cultures. The
Both
black.
cultures.
Anyway, black.
Why do you have an 8-pack of olives in your room?
I like black olives, man.
Some people like they hide beer in their room, right? Or they hide just whatever, right? Candy in their room. You got my boy Niles over here sucking on olives in the middle of the night.
I'm a fancy man. What do you expect?
His grandma turns on the light. Niles, I caught you. Stop it. I can't help. It's so salty.
Hold on. Wait, you think black olives are salty?
I think they're saltier than not black olives.
But these are black olives, though.
Yeah.
Let's look at it.
Salty.
Let me look at the sodium content. Hold on.
Okay.
Ooh, 5% sodium, 120 milligrams.
That's not bad.
No, that's not.
How big's the can?
Average size, like, that long.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Oh. When it comes to hair products, do you think it's important that people use big sexy hair or mousse? Because I think big sexy hair has a really big appeal to it.
I use some fancy shampoo. So when I was growing up,
Yeah.
we used the dollar shampoo Suave,
Okay.
and the dollar conditioner Suave, And then as I grew up and I realized, I got money, right? Like I had my little brother for Christmas. He bought me the $10 bottle of shampoo, the nice shea butter, right? Shampoo. And then the shea butter, whatever, right? Like conditioner. And
Yeah,
so those are the only ones I really use nowadays, but.
Right. Head and Shoulders, when it comes to like their built-in conditioner, it adds a good appeal, it does. But I don't know, I'm on the hunt for something to make this like a lot more bigger than it needs to be.
I'll send you the info.
Excellent. Good stuff right there. And if you guys have any recommendations, go ahead and drop it. We'd like to know. If we want to start a club, $1 a month club for big hair owners, maybe we'll start that.
If they sponsor us.
If they sponsor us, we'll maybe make meet around the country. Maybe like we'll meet down in old Bismarck, North Dakota. Nothing really goes on up there.
I don't know if meat and shampoo would go together.
I'm not talking about MEAT. I'm talking about meat, man. Like we get together, we share Martinelli's, we share big cheese wheels, we cut those slices, we talk about our hair, and we talk about Jesus and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
A lot of wholesome stuff going on.
So are you trying to get poofy or are you trying to get like flat?
I want to say poofy. Right now it's flat because I had a hat on all day, but I think poofy kind of like yours, like more American Eagle, caca kind of
Because
stuff.
it gets bigger if I don't use conditioner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I is maintained.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that you just need the shampoo because you guys, if you use conditioner, it flattens out your hair, But the shampoo would, I think that's
Do you think, because I haven't seen you like this in a long time, how easy for you would it be to go back to that state if you were to comb back your hair real quick?
What do you mean?
Like just brush it all back. Just excellent. This is what the pinnacle of age looks like right here. See, he has his mane. Everyone should have a mane once in their life if they can. It's almost beautiful how you had a brush ready for that. I applaud you for that. It's amazing.
You gotta be ready for the assignment, my boy. So like this?
Heck yeah, there you go. I just wanted to see what it looked like. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the mouse we're using. Just so you know, it's a small mouse. Oh boy, here we go.
You keep talking. I'm gonna.
That's okay. Let's see what happened today. So there's this guy that I met today, and he's from Florida. He's moving here from Florida, and he's actually a firefighter. He wants to, join the firefighting squad that goes up in the hills here because I live in the Black Hills and all that. And pretty interesting guy, and it's almost interesting. I don't remember where he's from birth-wise, but he's from Florida, and he's really looking forward to the cold, which is very interesting. He can't stand the 90-degree temperatures that go on in Florida, and I guess it's very humid there. So it'll be interesting to see how him and his family fares in the cold winters of South Dakota. Props to him though, got to give him props. And seems really knowledgeable, pretty chill guy. Really, really, really glad to meet him and all that jazz. So I love it.
Yeah.
Is that how you had your hair when that student of yours said something?
No.
This is a rare access of our lives of seeing the hair modeling go down by my boy over here. It's a huge inspiration to guys around. I don't know who the audience is particularly, but hopefully, this starts some sponsor deals. Hopefully oh yes. Amen, brother. I aspire to do that someday. Someday I'll maybe get there. I don't know. It's hard to say. Beautiful. I'm gonna share the story real quick. I don't think you've heard it, Nico, or anything like that, but this is a little bit of testimony right here. So at my church, we have a prayer meeting every Thursday, and if all of us show up on a given day, it's probably like, let's see, maybe 8 people, maybe 9. But this just really goes to show you this. The reason I'm sharing this really goes to show you how God will really just provide what someone needs at a spare moment, right? So bear with me on the story here. So this is last Thursday. No one was really here for prayer meeting. There was only 3 of us. It was me, a older gentleman, and the leader of the prayer meeting actually was there and stuff. And we were getting ready. I was getting things ready in the church and all that. And all of a sudden I heard a knock on the door of our church and thinking people can just walk in if they know who's there, and stuff. Door's not locked or anything. So I go up there. And there's this company that we have here in South Dakota called Vast Broadband. It's an internet company, right? And
no, and they had like 10 minutes left. And so she's like, so
what's going on?
Lifts her lips a little bit. She goes to the temperature, she raises it. She moves the timer
down. All right. Anyway. Hey, what's going on, little man?
I think Mom was looking at the enchiladas, flipped open the little foil, looked at it, licked her lips like, And then looked at the temperature, turned it up some more.
Cook it faster.
It's comedy gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Juan Paparlo. He sells milk frothers on the side. And he's gone.
You can say hi, Joe.
We should have him as a guest on the show sometime.
Jojo, come here. Jojo.
We could do it in the next one. It's
We
okay.
need you as a guest.
Yes.
Just join us for a small segment. I'm finishing it. I'm testimonying here for a second. So long story short, this guy from an internet company called Bass Broadband comes in. His name's Steve. Never been to the church before, maybe once, because he's helping a lady out in the parking lot. And the lady was like, if you come back earlier in the day, you'll meet our pastor, head pastor, and stuff like that. I said, okay. So the time we were there for the prayer meeting, he was there later the day. And we're, interacting back and forth. He's looking for a head pastor, his name's Brett. And I'm like, well, he's nowhere to right now, but just come on and join us for a second. So he comes on in, sits down and stuff. And to make this a long story short, this guy who we've never met before just opens up about his life, how he's actually kind of looking for a church right now, how he's like non-denominational. And one of our people at the prayer meeting, she's non-denominational too. So they connected at that too. And, he asks, can you stay for prayer? And, he even shared some of the things he wants to work on in his life, like his anger with small issues and stuff. And it was just a crazy moment because this is a total stranger, showed up to our church and stuff like that. And he stayed, he even prayed with us and all that, was very thankful for the experience, thanked us for the prayer and all that, and went on his way and stuff. And it really goes to show you how God will provide things to those people who need him in that moment, And so who knows, will he be back? It's hard to say, but I don't know. I just thought I'd share that for someone out there.
Oh, that's cool. And I think that's what it comes down to, right? People are drawn to light, right? And the light can be found in the Lord's house. And so I think that's really cool. Right?
Definitely. And the fun thing is, on his little tablet, he was saying our church was one of his locations he needed to go to, even though our church already had that type of internet. And so really it kind of says that God pretty much is like, yo, angels, watch this, and stuff. So just amazing to be a part of that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Pluto, what are your thoughts about Miralax?
Smooth. It's very
Oh, baby.
It's great. Did you know that the aerodynamics, that if you were to take Miralax, you can go 2% faster in a marathon in denials?
Whether you're a woman or a man, you're just going to go.
Because it's kind of like this, right? So, bear with me. This is your mouth. This is your body, right? Miralax it comes into play.
What's the cap?
Right? All right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
think they do.
imagine some food just comes on through. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like the viscosity, right?
Oh,
And imagine running, right? No, all that hair goes, right? The air, watch, right? Like that could be, oh, that was nice. That could be you guys.
yeah.
Miralax, we've been giving you free ads for I don't know how long. Pay up, all right? This
It's
has been going
time.
on for too long, cheapskates. I know you watch these videos. Okay, I know you're one of the 68 subscribers.
Let's reach out to their Twitter page, their Facebook, their Instagram, email their corporations. Let's freaking get on this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Niles will try your products for 30 days. All right,
I'm a happy customer.
exactly.
Whoa,
He's a
wait.
light customer.
Are we saying JoJo's a happy customer? That's what I just heard.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
Good thing this isn't being broadcasted, right?
Hey, did you see a little recording button right there?
Oh.
It's not for our own personal entertainment later on in life,
This is raw, live stuff. We're not going to edit this. We're just going to go for it.
I'm gonna edit it. Oh. That's good.
Goodbye.
Segue.
Yeah, definitely.
Segue.
You know, I was at Target the other day. Beautiful place. Yeah. It's amazing how you can go down the rabbit hole of picking out a birthday card. Like, think about it. You're there in the aisle of like, there's 2 aisles for cards. You have the hims, you have the hers, you have the sisters, you have the brothers, whatever. And if you're really like passionate with words, you can find yourself there for days, even maybe months. Maybe people have literally died while standing there looking for a card. It's a scary thing to think about, you know, like going there for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes becomes an hour becomes 2 hours, 3 minutes by 55 seconds. It's worth it at the end. But I wonder if anyone else can relate to that. I'm sure other people can relate to that, because you can be there and the same person might rotate by the aisle 4 or 5 times. Maybe they're checking on you, or maybe you're checking on them, but you're not saying anything.
Or maybe it's a cop.
A plainclothes officer. Okay. I got you.
Yeah. Man, that was such a great analogy about the water bottle. Yeah.
About the what?
1 second. About the water bottle and the cutting open.
It was amazing. It was flawless. You know, this is why when we go on tour, probably one state, one city for like 15
Honestly, I could totally see us going on tour.
minutes.
Right?
It'd be beautiful.
Literally just sitting in like a multi-purpose room, right? With a bunch of like, you know, students, right? We're sitting down, 2 people, right? Just conversing.
Exactly. And them taking notes, them laughing, them crying with them nodding their heads. You know, maybe you have 1 or 2 critics, but you know, we'll invite the critics backstage and just get the autographs, you know, like those will be our biggest fans. Yeah. Just like that.
Bow.
Gone. It's an honor.
All right.
All right.
Well, I think that concludes.
All right. Well, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for coming by. You know, if you feel free to share this with your friends or families, maybe open this up during you know, Thanksgiving or whatever, you know, and it'll be good and stuff like that. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next one. What? Yeah.
Hashtag stay crunchy.
Crunchy or crocky?
Crunchy.
Crunchy with the in there, right? All right. We'll conclude it with the plate of food.
Man, that looks like Miralax.
Don't let the chef know that.
No, the way he positioned the sour cream and the salsa. Let your imagination wander for that for a second. All right, it's not crunchy.
It's not.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, do we have any final words?
Stay blessed, stay frosty, keep your prayer life up and hit that subscribe button. All right, like and follow, all right, or don't.
We're not forcing you to do anything.
But if you don't bother watching this video again. All right.
We'll still pray for you on the down low, though.
Share and like. Thank you.
All right. We'll catch you guys in the next cast.
God bless. Bye.
See you guys later.